Colson doing here?
Wait, who is that a troll?
No, it's actually him.
Am I not allowed to be here?
No, I didn't know if it was like a real or fake account.
A real what? I'm sorry.
Real or a fake account?
No, it's a real account.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on your panel, by the way.
Yeah. What are you known for example? Because obviously a lot of people are asking you to join.
Oh, I'm known as a kind of a right-wing commentator.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, everybody, just so you know, we are being streamed on his YouTube live. Just in most people aren't aware.
But well,
so
why is that a problem on a publicly broadcast channel for there to be publicly streaming?
I just don't think people should be caught off guard. I think everybody should be aware that we are being live streamed on this platform.
And the problem with that is what? What is the problem with that?
There's no problem with it. There's no problem. I just think people should be aware.
I'm sorry.
No one has an issue with it. Yeah. She's just making people aware in case they choose not to be like live streamed on your platform, which has like a lot of people viewing it.
Yes,
as compared to like this chat that has like 90 people. It would make sense that people want to be.
By the way, you're welcome for that.
Oh, I recognize you now. Okay. Yeah, yeah, there we go. It's your accent. That's what reminds me. I can't see the profile picture properly.
Yeah, they probably show up pretty small, I'm guessing.
I just want to make clear, when I make comments about like how Charlie Kirk is a bad person, the way that he was still like unalived in public or unalived at all was still like absolutely abhorrent. But I think framing him as like an angelic person, I think, is just a tad bit strange.
Except that he was known as a moderate right winger. He was trying to make inroads with the left, especially in universities where he was willing to engage in dialogue with tens of thousands of people, and he was extremely good at it. And it was due to left-wing rhetoric and you people that he was assassinated publicly in front of his family, children, and thousands of people. It's horrific, the rhetoric of you people. You called them fascists and Nazis and everything else, and you're still here coping and saying, hang on, let me finish. I'm almost done. Then you can say your piece. You're still here right this second. Oh, yeah, it shouldn't have happened, but he was a really bad person. What do you think is going to happen with that kind of rhetoric? It's going to be this kind of thing. That's exactly the kind of thing that you would expect to happen. You call these people fascists and Nazis and everything else under the sun, and then you're surprised that somebody opens up with them with a rifle across across a field on top of a building. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I think that when it comes to some rhetoric, I do believe that a lot of it's like false misinformation. That's a big concern. With a lot of talking points. But would you say like the reason why some people are discussing whether he's a terrible person or not is because people are sick of certain types of like hypocrisy, right, and special pleading.
There's no hypocrisy nor special pleading. There's a direct correlation between the violence of the left and their rhetoric. We see this with Antifa, the multiple rights that they stoke, and the NGOs who have private meetings trying to stoke this type of violence. We see it time and time and time again. I watched the California riots. I went into multiple of the meetings that the Antifa members were having and the NGOs were sponsoring in order to stoke that kind of violence. There is no hypocrisy. What's going on is that leftists clearly want to unalive right-wingers. It's very clear to us at this point.
I think the main concerns with why we think there's going to be a type of hypocrisy and special pleading is in the case that when it comes to some like political discourse that is going to be spoken on every issue that may turn about, such as the school smooting that happened just like soon after. Right, I'm not saying like no attention was given to those sort of like things, but when it comes to like providing a medal, right, these sort of like things like
providing a medal. What do you mean?
I think I don't think you call it a medal. What's the specific thing the Trump awarded him?
Posthumous Medal of Freedom.
Yeah, the guy, the man was doing his best to make inroads with left wingers on their own college campus. By the thousand, he would have discussions with them. Of course, he deserves, and he was brutally assassinated due to left wing rhetoric. Like, what
Wait,
part
you
of this are
think?
you not getting?
Yeah. So wait. What do you mean? What am I misunderstanding here by simply saying that it's going to be the case that I think this idea that when it comes to other, if it was the case of a leftist, I don't think there's going to be like chances where Trump is going to provide them like medals or like ornament as if he's a martyr.
They gave Barack Obama a Nobel Peace Prize before he was ever even in a position to bring peace anywhere. Don't give
I
me
said
this
Trump.
shit. Don't
I
give me
said
any
Trump.
of
Wait,
this garbage.
who
Look,
are you? Wait,
he
who
gave him a Medal
provided
of
the
Freedom
medal?
because he earned it. He
Who?
earned it. Who else
Who?
has earned it more than Charlie Kirk?
No, who provided it to him? Because obviously I said Trump.
Yes, and I was drawing a comparison. Do you know what a comparison is?
Yes, and I asked you
Good.
who gave it to him to make it analogous.
That was given to him by the Nobel Peace Prize team, the people who decide that,
Yeah, okay, but we're talking.
and they
Okay,
were
do you
left
see
wingers.
Yeah, this. I'm giving you a symmetry breaker, so it's going to be the case that yeah, I think there's going to be special pleading when it comes to the fact that Trump in of itself, right, with his sort of like biased views towards his political party, right, I don't think he would provide the same sort of virtue in the idea of those who are leftist holding political views. Like if it was a case that um, like well obviously I don't Dean Parker, yeah, they don't have the same amount of influence as Charlie Kirk, but if it was for them, do you think that there's
Wait,
any evidence that suggests
that's you doing
sorry
special pleading, bro.
wait how
You
is it
are special pleading. Special pleading is the informal fallacy. Someone's arguing their own case
I know what
as an
special
exception
pleading
to the
means.
general rule. That's literally what you're doing right this second. You're saying if
But
it was the case that we had the equivalency of Kirk, okay, but it was some left winger, Trump would not have given him the award. That is the epitome of special pleading yourself.
that's not what special pleading means. So if it's the case,
I'm literally reading the
"Sir,
informal
wait,
fallacy right now.
I
They
don't know
argue their
why,
own
I
case as
don't
an
know
exception
why,
to a general
I
rule.
don't need you don't need to repeat the same thing. I heard you, and I can give verbatim what you just said. I know what special pleading is, right?
Then
Now,
explain.
what I'm saying to you, why I'm giving you an explanation of why
Okay.
it's not special pleading. So I'm not giving in virtue of the fact of one in which there's no symmetry breaker of another. I'm saying it's going to be in true with the fact that there's going to be opposing rhetoric, those who are leftists, and there's going to be no evidence to suggest that Trump would give the same type of gratitude. That can't be special pleading, because I'm not simply saying
Well,
one is true, the other is not, even though they are both the same.
Well, this isn't even a symmetry breaker. First, logically I have to agree that that's even the case. That hasn't been established. You're just asserting it. And the special pleading is that you are presenting this as an exception. But there's no reason for us to believe that. There's no reason for us to believe that if a left winger wasn't or was assassinated publicly like this, who's making the same inroads as Charlie Kirk, Trump very well may have given him the medal. You have no way to know that. You're just making it up. You're just making it up.
I said that. Wait, I didn't make the claim, the proposition. It's going to be the case that Trump is not going to give them the medal. I said there's no evidence to suggest that. That's all I said to you.
Yeah, but you know the thing that's funny here is like, so what? The absence of evidence itself, it hasn't happened. There's no way for you. This is just your opinion. You're just saying my opinion is thus.
Wait, there's two questions on board, right, on the panel that simply asking are based on those of a subjective account. I'm not making the claim of like some objectivity.
Okay.
Wait, do you think like when we ask, do people feel bad? Do you think that's not going to be a subjective account?
Of course. Sure. Yeah, both. Yeah. They're both subjective accounts, but you're trying to use objective facts for the subjective account.
No, I'm not.
Then why did you say the word evidence?
Wait, do you think evidence can't be used for subjective accounts?
I think generally speaking, when people reference evidence, they're using it as an objective standard. Yes.
Wait, do you think that if somebody says like someone likes oranges, right, and they keep looking at oranges, it's going to be the case that these are all objective qualities?
No, I didn't say that. I said when we use the word evidence, we're generally pointing to something which is objective. Yes.
Wait, I will agree with you. That's what generally people mean, right? But it's also going to be in cases where we have evidence that's on the subjective account.
Yeah, but that's not what you're referencing.
Yes, I am.
Then okay, then why would you say lack of evidence, even though that the inference there is that there's an objective account of evidence?
No.
Yes.
Evidence simply, right, reduced down to the idea of increasing the probability of the conclusion being true. All I'm simply saying is that there is no evidence whether it's going to be subjective or objective, right? Because anything could, any of those two categories can be taken into account when deducing or inducing the idea that Trump wouldn't give the leftists a medal, right? So I don't mind any type of evidence that's shown to me that.
Okay, well then fine. Then the counter here is just there's no evidence he wouldn't. That's simple. That's
there's
simple. No, there's no stronger evidence. That would be an objective standard. What would stronger mean here? What would stronger mean here?
Wait. Do
You have a stronger opinion? Hang on, stop. Let me
Yeah,
finish.
I'm
Let me finish.
curious.
My turn. Yeah, are you just saying that you would have a stronger opinion? That's all you're saying. My opinion is stronger? Or are you pointing to something objective? Stop, bro. Let me finish my question. Or are you saying objective? Are you saying when you say stronger, you mean something objective we would agree to?
No.
No. Well, then you just mean stronger opinion.
Right. Wait.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's right.
First
You just mean stronger opinion. When you say stronger evidence in this case, you're just saying I have a stronger opinion.
You just agreed with me. Evidence can be made on the subjective account. So why would that follow?
Because if it's the case that you're saying that this is simply subjective, that when you're referencing evidence in this case use, when I say evidence, it just means subjective account. But when I point that there's stronger evidence for my position than yours, how is that anything other than my subjective opinion is stronger than yours?
Yeah, so if it's going to be followed to the case that if I give you a simple analogy before we can add on to that. So if we have an individual that has explains to themselves that and others that they love oranges and they give the reasons why, and we have someone who just simply looks at oranges. Even those who looks at oranges are going to be small types of evidence that he may like oranges. While the better explanation, those who explain their views on things, is going to be stronger evidence for that conclusion. So yes, you can give stronger cases based on their explanation.
But that would be, well, then you're creating a standard in which is objective that we should follow.
That's not objective. That's not stance independent.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. Again, I'm not saying objective as in mind dependent or not mind dependent. I'm talking about in the commons when you say objective versus subjective. You're trying to create an empirical standard in which we can base these things on, but you're smuggling in subjective here as though it means mind dependent or not mind dependent. And that's bullshit. You shouldn't be doing, hang on, you shouldn't be doing that because that reduces your position to my strong opinion versus your strong opinion, and that's it. Unless you're trying to say we can create empirical standards which we can both use. Is that what you're saying?
Wait, no, I simply meant it as you described before when it comes to that of subjective account, it's just mind dependent. Objective is
but you're mixing philosophy with the commons. When you say mind dependent or not mind dependent as objective versus subjective is a philosophical way to look at objective versus subjective. You're not doing that. You're saying there's an empirical standard which we can adhere to for whether or not your evidence is better than mine. That's an empirical claim. This empirical claim that you're talking about would infer to me that you think that there's some sort of objective standard we ought follow here.
Wait, so when we're referring to types of evidence, like it could be the case that we can use evidence that is going to be objective or a subjective account. You already agreed to that.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with what I just said. Do you want to use an empirical standard or not? Just answer the question. Do you want to use an empirical standard here or not?
I said I don't mind if you provide empirical standards or subjective standards.
Okay, well then what's the empirical standard we should use that Trump wouldn't award this to a leftist?
Yeah, so if there's like data to show, like for example, like I gave you before, the question of if we have show case of examples of this individual providing or someone similar to Trump providing these types of medals in virtue of the fact and that they're celebrating them as martyrs, that's what's being explained right now.
And do you think we should follow that as a standard?
Yeah, when we're trying to induce that if there's going to be special pleading going on. Absolutely.
Okay, so then you think that we should follow your empirical standard. We ought to do that, yeah?
That would be special pleading infidel. If Trump wouldn't give it to a leftist, but he would give it to Charlie. That's not special pleading at all.
Wait, if there's going to be no symmetry breaker in the case of like the reasons why they give it to
He actually was agreeing with your position. You're arguing with him, which is hilarious.
Wait, I think, Dorsey, you're not agreeing with me, are you?
I don't agree with him at all. No, there is a relevant symmetry breaker. Dean's a leftist, Charlie isn't. And the entire dispute between people on the left and people on the right are morally relevant facts.
Dean's not a leftist, by the way.
Saucy.
More left.
It would actually depend on the reason. So if it was in the reason and virtue of the fact of just political views, sure, this may be true. And then obviously we'd have to explain like the moral relevance.
Well, can I just ask you a question, host? Do you feel bad?
Do I feel bad?
Yeah.
I feel bad in virtue of the family. I feel somewhat indifferent when it comes to like some. I think that his rights were violated.
Do you think he was a Nazi and a fascist?
No, I don't. I don't believe.
Okay, so then, what's not to feel bad about by this guy getting publicly assassinated exactly?
Yeah, because like I feel like there like well emotional standards wise, like I feel like there are greater cases of like innocent not innocent count like a better way to explain it. For example, like children, I feel much more bad for children, like those like older people. While I
That's
feel
fine.
like
I feel very bad when I see children get hurt. I probably feel worse for children than when I see adults, but I still feel sad when I see adults get hurt too.
yeah, like I
Do
feel
you think
sad in
that
the virtue of
Kirk
like
was a
watching
bad
the
person?
video,
Like, not
watch
necessarily a Nazi or a fascist. Do you think he was a bad person?
Just refresh it.
Okay, so we can address that. So Charlie did openly condemn the unaliving of the kids in Israel, but he supported their quote unquote right to exist. I don't agree with that, but I don't think that makes you a bad person. I don't think that makes you someone of bad character. That's pretty silly.
Wait, do you think? Wait, just to clarify, did he just like condemn the idea of children, or because you specified that was include the adults?
Children and all innocents. So, like all innocent people unaliving in Israel, he condemned. He said that was all bad, and that it shouldn't be
Yeah.
happening.
So, but did he say in virtue of the fact that he does think that Israel has a right to protect themselves, right? And that's going to be a common, is going to be the type of consequence he's willing to accept in virtue of the fact of justifying what Israel is doing.
No, he actually never said that.
This is fucking boring. We'll go to the next one. I'm not looking for an in-depth philosophical debate tonight. I'm looking to destroy these fucking lunatics. If your audio's messed up, just refresh the stream. Shit's going to happen sometimes. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why the audio was bugged. I know that our frames aren't skipping a bit. I know that for sure, so just go ahead and refresh it.
To do a whataboutism, but I can understand the outrage of saying this is fucked up, that like that was kind of swept under the rug, not even talked about publicly. He definitely didn't announce it, but yeah, he announced Charlie Kirk's unalivement. He announced the Pew Pewers, who it was. Like, this is unprecedented times that we're living in, where our president is announcing the unalivement of a civilian, and then his usual, and you understand what I'm saying, right? Usually this falls upon the local authorities, the governor, the mayor, whatever in that situation. But you have a president who had a personal relationship with this civilian, and I think there's clearly showing a bias. And I mean,
if you can't hear the audio, you should just leave.
That's what they were reacting towards.
And if you can hear me tell you to just leave, then you can clearly hear the audio.
This guy should be unalived.
See how that works?
We shouldn't be doing this.
If you can't hear the audio, leave. And if you leave, then that means you can hear the audio.
The president issuing a statement, or issuing that if anybody within that is coming here, an immigrant or on visas or something, cannot have an deportation. Come on, man. How do you think that this is okay?
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
I can disagree with you on one thing, and only Trump only focusing on just Republicans and all that. Like when it was announced that Biden had cancer, I believe, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe they did put the flags in half-staff to kind of honor Biden fighting through cancer and all that. Again, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
You might be right.
Begin. Order 33.
And I think eventually he did
Make them
the flags to be
move to
flown
me.
half
Order
mast
33,
for,
ladies and
a
gentlemen.
day
Modern
for
brain.
the
Let's make this
unalived,
last one count,
House
boys and girls.
member
Let's make it
in
count.
Minnesota, but yeah,
Right.
and I'm not doing tit for tat. I'm really not trying to.
Right, no, I'm not either.
I think the frustrations when it comes to somebody this is their lives, this is their careers, this is their everything. This is what they do day in, day out, whatever. They are more highly involved
Execute
than we
Order
are,
33.
even, right? Within their lives. So it is all consuming for them. And so of course they're gonna have their reactions and their opinions. And whether it's not completely how we would do it or want it done, I don't know.
Hey, what's going on, Andrew?
Hey, how you doing today? Thank you for having me up on your panel. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate you.
So I wanted, yeah, so I wanted to kind of dive right in on this, and I was just going to quickly make the point that I've been all over TikTok this evening, and I have noted that the more I have conversation with leftists, the more I pull out the poisonous ideology. It turns out that most of them are actually celebrating that Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and they're a bunch of liars and are trying to pretend that they're not. And they know it was due to their rhetoric of calling everyone fascist and Nazis and everything else that led to this.
Okay, I've been up here for how long, Modern?
You've been up here for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's a significant. Do you think that I'm faking my position?
Yeah, let's just find out. Do you think that it was a bad thing or a good thing that Charlie Kirk was assassinated?
No, I don't. The way that he was assassinated.
No, not the way. I'm not asking about the way. Let's say he dropped dead. Let's say he dropped dead of a heart attack tomorrow.
I think people respond to you accordingly because you're very pushy and rude.
I just want to. Listen. I just want to get to the heart of this. I don't want to mess around with it.
Go ahead.
If Charlie Kirk had,
overtalk until someone gets frustrated.
Man. I'm not trying to overtalk. I just let me ask the question. I'll let you answer. Calm down, lady. Calm down. Lady, calm down. Listen.
Let's have Andrew,
I just let me ask the question, lady. Calm down.
He did.
I haven't yet. Just calm down, lady.
You absolutely
Lady, calm down, lady. Calm down. So look here.
Go ahead, ask him
Okay,
again.
great. Let's say Charlie Kirk had a heart attack instead of being assassinated. Would that be a good thing or a bad thing?
That would be Mother Nature.
Answer my question.
I'm sorry that I'm not answering your question the way you
No, you're just not answering it at all. Would it be good or would it be bad?
Can I finish?
Yeah, I want you to answer the question. Answer the question. Would it be good or bad? 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 Would it be good or bad?
I am so curious.
Answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the question. Would it be good or bad? Would it be good or bad? Would it be good or bad? Just answer the fucking question. Would it be good or bad?
Is he for real?
This lady will never answer. Here, go through your stupid monologue and then never answer. And I'm gonna answer. I'm just gonna ask the same question.
Your first question that you asked me.
I'm just gonna ask the same question.
Good or bad that I'm alive. It's not nuanced. You can't make me mourn a person that I never respected.
Well, is it good or bad?
Is it good or bad?
Wait. Andrew, is it
And
cool?
I said the way that this happened in such a
not the way. I'm asking if he had a heart attack. If he had had a heart
I
attack.
don't know about you guys, but I'm just starstruck here that
either
Andrew's
way,
on
I
the
feel
live.
for
Let's
his
see.
family. I feel for his family. I didn't cause this, so I'm not gonna say whether something was.
So
good
let's
or
say he
bad.
had a heart
I am not
attack.
gonna
Let's say he'd had a heart attack
I am
instead of being
not gonna
assassinated. Would that have been good or bad?
And maybe you're angry and you're
Holy
upset and
shit,
you
this
don't know
lady
how
will
to
never
regulate
answer the
your
fucking question.
emotions.
All right, you
And
say
maybe
it'd be
you
Mother
don't
Nature.
know how to
Wait,
properly
hold on,
regulate your emotions, and
If
that's
he-
okay. Maybe
If he
you
was
were never
if he was
taught that.
poisoned,
You
would that be good or
absolutely
bad?
should be on a fucking list for like.
If
Oh
Charlie
yeah,
was
I
the
should
one
be
that
on a
was
list
bad,
like Charlie Kirk was.
Yes, you're
Andrew.
yelling
Like
at me
Charlie
without
Kirk
even
was?
fucking-
I'm not yelling at
like,
you,
without
lady.
even
You
hearing my
don't
point of
answer
view.
what I'm asking you.
I was saying I'm not out here celebrating his unalivement. Not in. you
Andrew,
will
to
not
be
hear me
fair,
do that.
she was not celebrating.
Okay,
never
okay,
fucking
but
said
okay,
that
let me
this
just
is-
ask you.
this
Let me
is a
just
good
ask
thing.
you then. I'm just gonna
I
ask
never
you
said this is a
directly.
good thing. It's actually
Oh, would
probably
you,
worse
lady?
because
Would you stop talking for
he's
5
made
Hold
seconds?
Hold on, Melts. Let's let him talk.
He's
let's
made
have
into
Andrew
a
talk.
martyr, which he
Okay,
absolutely is
stop
not a
talking,
martyr.
lady. Here's my question. So
He's not a
Charlie
martyr.
Kirk is he's talking, okay, in front of the university, and instead of being assassinated, he was poisoned, and then later that night he died, not in front of his family or anything like that. Is that bad? And if so, why?
Again, I don't advocate for his unalivement. Never said that I did. No
That's
matter
what's.
what
Can you
means
repeat
it
my
is.
question?
What would you think of it?
Oh
Can
my
you repeat
God.
my question so that I know that you
Bad.
understood
There
it?
you go. Bad.
Okay, now why? Why would it have been bad?
I just said I don't advocate for.
That's
anybody's
not giving me a
unalivement.
reason why it's bad. That's just
Oh
saying you
my
don't advocate
God,
a thing.
Just because you want to fit me into a fucking box and have me say what you want, You're a fucking psycho.
What makes
dude.
it bad? Isn't he a Nazi? Don't you think he's a Nazi and a fascist?
I personally, I didn't listen to him long enough to have a fucking opinion on him.
So you don't know. You don't know anything about him. So why would you say it's bad or good?
No, I chose to not listen to him because I don't
Why?
agree with his ideology.
Oh, so because he's a Nazi and a fascist, right? Because he's a Nazi and a fascist?
I mean, the things that you were saying, like public executions and trying to...
There we go. So why are you so sad that this Nazi fascist who wanted public... Why are you so sad?
Why are you?
Well,
Why are you?
well, because
That's something that he
this is the thing,
for.
though, right? It's like...
Is this his logic?
Yeah, this is logic.
his fucking
Why
logic
why
right
is it that you're
Then
sad? Why is it that you're
say
sad that this
Why are
person you consider...
empathetic when he says empathy doesn't exist?
Oh, there we go. So the thing is like
Why are
if
you
this guy if this guy he didn't say empathy doesn't exist, you're lying.
Oh, okay.
What he said specifically was that empathy first, and this is something I say often too. Empathy first is
Can
poison.
you pull me that quote?
Yeah, sure, pull it up. He says leading by empathy.
I said, can you pull me?
It's your claim. It's your claim. You claimed that he said empathy doesn't exist. You said he said empathy doesn't
You were
exist.
quoting him, not me. But
I was paraphrasing him. You said he claimed empathy
I thought you
doesn't
said
exist.
freedom. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
thought you
I
said
didn't.
that
You
was
just
what
made
you
it up.
said.
But
I
here,
was
we're getting to the poison.
was
Hang on, we're getting to the poison now. Why
We're
is it?
getting nowhere
Yeah,
here.
why is it that if you
100%
think he was a
honest.
Nazi and
If
all of
that's
this
not gonna
stuff,
stop, I'm not gonna fucking stop.
why is it that you think if he was
I'm
a
pretty
Nazi?
sure half of the fucking chat right here is fucking annoying.
Yeah, if you think he
getting
was a
throwbacks to mom and
Nazi,
dad arguments.
why is it that you're sad
Did
he
I
was
fucking
unalived?
Say that? Stop putting words in my
Okay,
mouth,
so
bitch.
then what was your ideological issues
This
with
is
Kirk?
what you're assuming.
Then what was
Like, you
your
want
then what were your
everybody to fit in the
ideological
fucking
issues with
box.
Kirk? Then what were they?
I didn't agree with him when he said, "Oh, I would go into a flight, and if I seen that it was a black pilot,
Uh-huh.
I would feel unsafe."
Is that evil?
That's racist to me.
Is that evil?
That's racist.
Is it evil?
It's racist.
Is it evil? Is racism
It's
evil?
racist.
Is
Yeah,
that
like, it's
evil?
racist. What is his problem?
Answer the question. Is racism evil?
Yeah.
Then
of
why
course
would you
it's evil.
care? Why would you care if this racist got unalive? Then I don't get it.
I'm not mourning him in the way
Exactly.
That you are.
Yeah, you're not mourning him at
But
all.
that doesn't mean that I care or don't care.
Well, why do you care? Why do you care if a Nazi and a racist got killed? Why would you care?
You guys are weird. dude.
Answer the question, lady.
Like the fucking epitome of weird.
Oh, you're weird. Great argument. So answer the
Yes, we
question.
were having a very good conversation.
Yeah, where
before
nobody
you
was putting your feet to the
dictated
fire.
this whole fucking
Where nobody was putting your feet to the
You think
fire.
that You're doing that. You think
Yes.
that you're doing
Yes, I do. Yes,
You're
I do.
A fucking idiot.
Oh,
because
well,
I
you got
not
me.
once said that he deserved to be unalive.
Got me.
Nor
Got me.
Did I say that he's anything that you're quoting me to fucking say?
Yeah, but you say that he's a
So, get back,
racist.
bitch.
You say he's a
I didn't say that.
racist and he's
Yeah,
evil.
you think that he had racist tropes,
Uh
and
huh.
that he was perpetuating a fucking like a white agenda.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah.
And it's a YT agenda.
It's
So
really
so
what-
ultimately, the same rhetoric that you're
That's
using
pretty
was
obvious of
was
what
Charlie
you're saying.
Kirk was Charlie Kirk a threat to our freedom?
I don't know. Ask the MAGA who unalived him. not
I'm
me.
asking you.
Ask the MAGA.
I'm
who
asking
unalived
you.
him,
I'm asking
not
you. Was
me.
Charlie Kirk a threat to our freedom?
I could give two shits. I
Answer
don't
the
want to.
question.
I don't
Was
listen
Charlie
to
Kirk
her.
a threat to our
I
freedom?
don't find
Was
him
Charlie
a threat.
Kirk? Was Charlie
I
Kirk?
didn't think that a lot of liberals found him a threat, but I do think that a MAGA, a Christian,
No, that never happened. You're just making all that up.
Yes, a religious.
Show me
born-
that this guy was a MAGA religious
A
Christian. You
guy
lying
who was-
sack of dog vomit.
who
Show
was
me.
Born a fucking Republican.
You don't get
who-
born. You get born
who
as a
had
Republican.
gun in his hand before he could fucking
Oh, I
walk.
didn't know you could get born a Republican. You're
That's
born
crazy.
Republican. You're
That's
born.
not me.
You're born Republican.
That's not me.
You're born Republican.
I mean, his family put a gun in his hand before he could fucking
That
walk.
means you're a Republican.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
You don't
go
know?
Look at the fucking statistics and.
Go look at the
Democrats that
statistics
are
for what?
growing Democrats, like they're
How
not out
could you
here
ever
shooting
demonstrate
at
someone's
people.
born Republican?
Yeah, no kidding. He was born Republican.
Well, I mean, his whole family, even his grandma, said they're all MAGA.
So if
Your
it's the
name's
case that your
reversed.
family's a Republican, that means you must be.
I'm just saying.
Do you have
his
Republican family
grandma
members?
was on
Do you have
his
Republican
grandma
family
is
members?
quoted saying that their whole family is MAGA.
Yeah. Do you have Republican family
He was
members?
grown up that way.
Do you
He has a
have
shirt.
Republican family members?
Yes.
So how can you have been born a Democrat and then Republican?
Well, not my parents. My parents were both.
If your
Democrats,
parents were
but
both Republican, were you born a Republican?
Do you even fucking listen? I said
I'm
both of
trying.
My parents are Democrats.
Uh-huh.
No, you're not.
So you were
You're
born a
not.
Democrat?
You're listening to respond.
So you
You're
were
a fucking
born
troll.
a Democrat?
You're an absolute troll.
You were born a
Dominated
so you were
by
born
otherwise.
a Democrat? So you were born a Democrat?
Yes, I was.
You
And
were?
I didn't-
You were born a Democrat.
You guys know Elon Musk?
I was born a Democrat.
She's a really good example of why
Both of my
why women
parents-
shouldn't be involved in the political process.
Both of my parents were very liberal, left-leaning, and I fall to suit.
Yeah,
And
you'll get older and
I
change.
agree with their ideology.
You'll grow out of it.
You were born a Democrat.
And I didn't unalive Charlie Kirk. Newsflash.
Yeah, we didn't say you did. I just don't understand. You say
Somebody who was raised a Republican, you just don't want to fucking hear it.
why do you even have an opinion on why do you even have an opinion on Charlie Kirk? Why do you even have an opinion on him if you didn't listen to him?
Who literally had a gun in his hand before he could fucking walk.
Yeah, prove that too.
Because he's racist?
Prove that he had a gun in his hand before he could walk.
that?
You're just making that up too.
What would even be wrong with that? Why would
Yeah.
that be wrong?
Seen the fucking pictures?
Yeah, show me the picture
would
of him
be
having a
wrong with
hang on. Show me the picture of him having a gun in his hand before he could walk, lunatic. Show me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was like fucking like 8 years old.
Oh, so he could walk? So he could walk?
I think
So you're just making shit up?
I'm pretty
Well,
sure y'all
what's the
are
reason you don't
slow,
like it?
So it's proving you're slow right now. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
everyone's
well,
slow.
Tell us why you think Charlie Kirk was such a bad guy. What did he say or advocate for that was so bad?
I just told you I don't fucking agree with his ideology. The fact that
I thought you didn't listen to him.
Oh my god!
You didn't
I
listen
just
to him.
fucking said to her and him. Sorry, Andrew. Him.
I thought she
that
didn't listen to
when
him.
he said that that if he walked into an
He was
airplane,
talking about DEI, you stupid
and
brat.
if he walked
He was talking about DEI.
Did you feel the same way
He
about
was
Alec
saying,
Baldwin? He's like,
I
"No,
want
he's
people to be
like,
hired based on merit. He was
And
making,
if the-
this is what
so-
you people do. You
but
take
he
everything out of
brought race into
context.
it.
Why
But
don't you be
Tupac
quiet
was
for
a
a second and
sexual
let me
offender?
talk?
I didn't.
Why don't
I
you
didn't
shut your
bring
mouth?
race- I didn't
Why
bring
don't you
race
shut
into
up?
it. Charlie Kirk brought race into it.
Why don't you shut up and let
Charlie
me
Kirk
talk?
brought
Because
race
what
into
you're
it. I
doing
didn't.
is you're being dishonest
Charlie
and you're
Kirk
lying.
brought race
Shut up.
into it. I
Shut
didn't.
your mouth.
Connery did
Shut your mouth.
If he walked into a plane and that pilot was black,
Because
fucking
of
quote,
DEI, you stupid
I
brat.
quote,
Stop lying. This is
said,
what you
I
people
would
do.
feel a
You do
little
realize-
unsafe.
Shut your
Charlie
mouth.
Kirk
Shut
is
your
a
mouth.
racist.
Shut up.
Then you're
Shut
black
your
in
mouth.
public.
Shut your mouth, you stupid bitch.
I'm not gonna be
Listen to me. He was talking about DEI. He wanted to know that whoever is there because of merit and not because they're a DEI hire. You're a DEI hire. I bet you're a DEI hire. Where do you work? What kind of industry do you work in?
Yourmom.com.
Oh, got her.
That's right. That's what I thought. So tell us all about where you work and what
Like,
industry you're in,
okay.
and that you're not an
Okay.
industry
Why don't I
DEI
just
hire.
send you my fucking IP address, you fucking cuck?
You don't even know what the hell you're talking about. You're the
Live.
best possible example of why women shouldn't even be
Oh my
talking
God.
about politics. You're completely uninformed. You have no idea what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Where's your husband, by the way? Did your husband
I
know
don't
you're
have
on
a
here?
husband.
You must hate a lot.
I don't have a husband.
Big
I
surprise.
have a boyfriend.
Oh,
I
But
have
I'll-
a boyfriend of 20
Take a
plus
zero.
years. I don't
Homophobic?
have to get married to be a fucking person.
Yeah, you don't have to. He won't marry you because
fucking
we can
Republican
see what
Party.
you're
John
like.
Lennon.
I don't
Racist
marry you
comments
either.
about
I
I don't need to have a husband to be fucking important and to be able to
Okay,
vote.
so other than Charlie Kirk very
I'm her
poignantly
husband. I
telling
just
you
hung
how,
myself.
hey, listen, other than Charlie Kirk saying, hey, I'd like to know that the pilot flying my plane is there because of merit and not because of some kind of government DEI program. I'd like to know he's competent enough to fly the plane and that he's not just a diversity hire. Other than that, totally sensible take. What
That's
else
not what
has
he
Charlie
said.
Kirk
That is a
said?
sensible
That
take.
is what he said.
That
What
is what he
else?
said.
What else
That's
did
not
he
what he
say?
fucking
There it-
said.
way to
What
go.
else did he say that you disagree with?
That's not what he said, but
What else
okay,
did he
It
say
stays
that you
here,
disagree
probably.
with? Seth?
when he said that public
Actually,
execution
word
should
what
be
he
in
said.
front of
My
fucking
name is Erica
children,
Kirk.
like
Charlie
that,
Kirk
that
is my
was
husband.
disgusting.
What's
I
that?
first
If
want
you
to
had
thank the
kids and they grew
local,
up to have the
state,
same
and
views as
federal
Charlie
law
Kirk, would you
enforcement who
feel the
worked
same way?
tirelessly to capture.
There's just a bunch of dumb people talking over each other. Is there anybody moderating this or what? So please tell us what
Finally, some
tell us what
self-reflection.
Charlie said. Tell us what
Finally,
Charlie
some
Kirk ever said.
self-reflection coming from her. That's
Tell us what
hilarious.
Charlie Kirk ever said that made it
Like
worth
I said,
killing him. What did he
see-
say that made it worth killing him?
Oh my god! If you fucking shut the fuck up for 5
Just
minutes,
answer it. Fucking hell.
crusty ass bitch.
You're
So,
the
like I
bitch,
said-
you
being,
fucking
like, full on
bitch.
rude. Just
Yeah,
answer a
you
question.
crusty ass fucking bitch. Again, like I said,
Oh,
second
why
one.
don't you show us your face, you crusty ass fucking bitch? You
Yeah,
got a
okay.
boyfriend
Look
for
at
20
you
years that
fucking
won't marry your ass?
fucking trolling hoe.
I think we know
I'm
why
out.
why he won't put a
I
ring
think
on
this
it.
was a great,
money's on
great
Rachel.
conversation, modern,
Badass.
before these fucking trolls came.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You just got exposed for being a dumb, ignorant bitch. And you shouldn't even be talking. You
You're the
shouldn't even be
reason-
talking. Get
you're
off the panel.
reason
No,
that-
she
Get off
should
the
be
panel.
listening.
This is
Yeah, you should be
you're the
listening to
reason
your
that this
betters.
kind of thing happens. Have a good one.
Yeah, bye, bitch. See you later. That's what I thought. The minute you put them to the question,
No,
they've
thank
got nothing.